Today I wanted to show you guys a few propagations that I've had going for 2 weeks or a week, depending on which it is. I'll explain. This first one here is a Tahitian bridal veil, tradescantia, or wandering dude, or spiderwort, also known as. You can see the roots are about 1 to 3 inches. That one definitely needs to be planted. They don't take very long. Here, where I live in the desert, I mainly have to worry about putting it in the sun and scorching it, or growing algae in the water from it being in too much light. So if you just get a spot where there's some decent light where you don't have to worry about it being scorched or burnt. You can see this coleus here too. It's been about a week. The one on the left is a nice one for outside. It does take some sun, but it needs more shade than anything. The one on the right I've tried inside and out. It's best as a houseplant because since the variegation is so dominant on it, it does tend to burn. It's a very slow grower. Here on the monstera we have a very big cutting. It has, or had, a long aerial root to start with. And you can see about 2 inches of water root there. And if you look along the stalk, you can see a bunch of little roots starting. So I think that one's perfect to get potted up. This other one here, you can do either. You can pot it up, or you can leave it in water. You can see a little aerial root there that has stretched about 1/4 of an inch in a week. Not bad. But that I'd prefer to leave in water for, I'd say, another week or two. When it's about 1 inch long of a water root, that's when you want to try and plant them, because that'll give it enough nutrients to survive. Any less, I mean, with monstera you can do it. Most plants you can try to do it, but you have to keep them moist. If you let them dry out just like seedlings or seeds, they'll die. So it's best to just keep it in water. That's what I do anyway. Works for me. There are some plants that I have to use moss for. I'll hopefully make a video about that in the future. But as far as soil goes, I don't use anything special. I just use rather inexpensive soil that I found that has a lot of bark in it, or wood chips. And that gives a lot of good natural drainage, and eventually, if it does last long enough, it'll break down and feed the plant. Hope these tips helped for propagation, and maybe I'll do a follow-up to an off with their heads video.